Welcome to another bonus episode of Hockey Inside Out. We got to see Joshua Roy play for the Montreal Canadiens. What have been your thoughts of his performance so far with the Habs? Stu, why don't you start us off with that?
Well, I think fans just need to calm down on any expectations for Joshua Roy right now. His first two games, he had one shot. I spoke with him after practice recently. I said, what did Marty tell you when you got called up? He told me, just go out, have fun, play your game, enjoy it. Is your first game in the NHL is something that happens once in a lifetime. Soak it all in, enjoy it. And that's what he's here to do. The Canadiens don't care if he doesn't have a point, if he plays 10. They're just here to see how he adjusts, how he plays, move around a little bit. He's not getting a ton of ice time, but just let him experience what it's like to play in the NHL. And the pressure on him as a French Quebecer is higher than, we had Jonathan Drouin here the other night, and we know what the pressure did to him. And I asked Rob about that also, saying, we saw Drouin here. How do you deal with that? And he said, I'm just going to focus on the things I can control. I can't control what the fans say or what the media says. And this coaching staff, they're just drilling in. Like there's no pressure on him. And they've told him that. Go out, play. If you make a mistake, we'll put you back out. I don't know how long he's going to stay here. If he's really struggling, there's no real reason to keep him here and send him back to Laval. Plus, Laval has a good chance now of making it to the playoffs. You'd rather have him go through a playoff run in Laval than be here in Montreal. But for everybody, just watch him, let him get his feet wet. If he doesn't get any points in 5 games, they'll start freaking out. He's shown he can play. He was on the number 1 line for Team Canada at the World Junior. He played with Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard said he's one of the smartest hockey players he's played with. So just relax.
Yeah, I think the game looked a little fast for Joshua Roy in these first 2 games, but he also started his NHL career against the Edmonton Oilers and Colorado Avalanche, arguably the 2 fastest teams in the league. So trial by fire for Joshua Roy. I think he's looked all right, but I think it's good in a way that the game looks a little bit too fast for him right now because he's not – I don't think this is the call up for forever, right? This is as Stu said, this is the cup of coffee to give you a taste to show you how hard you have to actually work for this to be the end goal, right? So to have it be not an immediate success, I think is good for him because he's shown that he's a motivated person, a really hard worker who's made a lot of changes to his game over the last couple of years. So I expect this to be a big jump forward for Joshua Roy, but not right this second.
Yeah, let's not be too quick to judge. 2 games played, averaging 11 minutes. There's a kid that's probably a little bit overwhelmed with the whole scenario. And one thing remains the same, though. His results at almost a point a game in Laval. He has the tools and the potential to be a really good offensive player. As far as judging him this early, it's a little bit too early. Let this kid have opportunity. Let him, experience everything that he can. And when the opportunity is right, I think that if all things play out well, I think that he's going to be able to contribute something on the offensive side, which they're obviously in need of. But let's give the kid a chance to experience, as much as he can. And take it all in and learn from it, like all young kids do.
And it was good for St. Louis to tell him that first game, just enjoy it, like soak in everything, just enjoy every moment of it, because his first game was Saturday night at the Bell Center, Hockey Night in Canada against Connor McDavid. Like it doesn't, and his family and friends in the stands. It's Jaden Struble, his first game was in Anaheim. And I remember talking with Struble. He said he was more nervous his first game at the Bell Center than he was his first game in the NHL. It's sort of the Bell Center, especially on a Saturday night. So he's handled himself well.
And he's not a Quebecer either, so yeah.
Exactly. He's not a Quebecer with all that pressure that comes. And as I said, we saw how that pressure ate up Jonathan Drouin. We see, in Colorado now, he seems to have found his game away from the spotlight. And, he was talking with Drouin when he was in town. He says, you can go to the grocery store, nobody knows who he is. You can go around, nobody knows who he is. And Joshua Roy might be a little unrecognizable now, unless the hardcore hockey fan, but if he plays for the Canadiens for a couple of weeks, that'll go away pretty quick. Everybody will notice him.
That's for sure. Let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on Joshua Roy, and remember, gotta be patient with this guy. Make sure to check out MontrealGazette.com for more Habs coverage and HockeyInsideOut.com for our full episode.